Alright. Well, that's open, so let's see what we got here. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Got a Lectric branded box. User manual that probably says things I don't care about. A charger, which is important for an electric bicycle because it needs the electricity. And that's it. It looks like just a bike in here. Okay. Oh, we're doing things. Alright. Okay. Knife. Let's get all this stuff off of there. Oop. A little bit sketchy. Fenders look good. Alright. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. Yeah. Packaged pretty well, clearly. They didn't skimp on the styrofoam. I guess this isn't like actual styrofoam, but this is. Here we go. Speak of the devil and she shall appear. As well as the biggest zip tie shall appear. There we go. Woo! Look at that paint. Pre-ride safety check. We don't like safety around these parts. Throw that away. Okay. Some protection for the derailleur here. Keep that safe. It's kind of an important bit, I'd say. What's next? This bad boy unfolds like so. That clips into there. Some sort of safety latch there. Alright. A bunch more foam. There is an included headlight, which they did a good job of protecting too. Looks like it's adjustable for angle, but not direction. Just kind of up and down movement, which honestly should be plenty for something like this. Ugh. That is off. And let's see if I can cut this zip tie without cutting myself or scratching this paint. Yeah, did it. Cool. Put the knife away. I'm a child. I shouldn't be playing with that. Handlebar. Looks like a pretty simple quick release system. Let's see. Maybe I called it simple too soon. That moves up a bunch. Remember when I threw the user manual down on the ground? That was a fun time, wasn't it? Fine, let's look in the book. Okay. Hold on. See? I knew I didn't need that book. Okay. Thought it had me, didn't you? And that slides in there, clearly. And that clamps there. And the seat is aimed the wrong dang on direction. Also on a quick release. I'll jack that up some. It's knife time again. Let's get this out of there. Whoop. Seat post came pre-scratched. That's cool. Not a big deal though. We'll get plenty of scratches on it. And there seems to be a kickstand on the back, so let's roll her on back. I think the bike weighs about 65 pounds, they're saying. Not too bad. Boom. Fully assembled in what had to be about 3 minutes. Got some keys on there to control the electric system, which I'll cut off when I'm back near the knife, but that's it. She looks pretty clean. I imagine the battery's dead. Tires are definitely flat, so we're gonna air those up, get this baby on its charger, and then we'll be back for the first ride impression. This bike right here that you will see when I avoid this mud is the Lectric XP. It is a fat tire electric bicycle from a company called Lectric. XP is the model, and it is dope. Just looking at it, I'm stoked. So I know I made the right decision. This bike retails for about $1,000. They have it on sale for $899, which is a bargain. And it seems like the sale is just going to last forever because I took a long time. I literally took 2 months to decide on this bike, and the price never changed. And they had like a little holiday bundle where they threw in a suspension seat post and these bags for free. I didn't buy it during that. I bought it afterwards. But for some reason, they still sent me the bags, which are honestly pretty decent little panniers. Soft luggage, nothing crazy, but they got my battery pack in there, a little sweater because it is kind of cold. I got a bicycle lock in here, just like, or face mask, of course, brand new one. Kryptonite bike lock, but this is it. 20-inch by 4-inch fat tires. It has a top speed of about 28 miles an hour once you unlock it, which I've done already. It comes from the factory with folding foot pedals, or like bicycle pedals, but I switched to these BMX pedals just because they look dope. I wanted to wait to do mods until I actually showed you guys the bike, but it's me, and I had to just go ahead and change things. So new pedals, and I threw in a little mirror just for my safety. But this is the bike. I'm going to button it up, and we can go cruise while I talk about it. But I just really am digging it for a lot of, like, for several reasons. For one, dead silent because it's an electric bike. Unlike regular bicycles, I can just twist that throttle when I'm going uphill or when I'm like riding off-road, and kind of honestly ride it at the same speed I was riding my Versus off-road, but way easier. Let's see here. I think I can fit in that gate. That's another thing. This bike is just so small that you can just go wherever you want. I think this gate will be able to let me in, a gate that I would barely be able to get in with the Versus, if at all. Whoop, see? That gate is stuck. So we're gonna wiggle this guy in there, like so. This is kind of like a prime example of why I bought this. See? And now we're in a field that I wouldn't have been able to get in on my motorcycle, or many motorcycles. But there's no suspension on the bike, but the fat tires really help soak up the bumps. They really make it easy to do this sort of thing. The way the bike works is there's 3 levels of pedal assist, which you can see here. That says pedal assist 3. We'll go down. There's 5 levels of pedal assist. I said 3 because I was on 3. But so 0 is just pedaling. I'm riding a bicycle. 1, I start pedaling and the engine kicks in. Gives me a little bit of power. Nothing crazy, but just enough. 2, the power kicks in even stronger. Does more of the work for me. 3, even more of the work. 4, even more of the work. And 5, I'm just spinning my legs here for no reason. The bike is doing basically all the work. And let's say you don't even want to spin your legs. There is a little half throttle here that you can use and just ride it like you would a twist and go scooter. Like not pedaling at all. Just cruising along here. 15 miles an hour. The bike really likes being around 20 miles an hour. It'll do that on just throttle alone. To get the 25, 28 kind of top speeds, you need to be pedaling too, which we'll get a good pedal going here and just get it up a little quicker. But you can see that speedometer climbing. Off-road, doing about 20 miles an hour, hope 17, kind of using like internet figures there. It's like when you tell a girl on Tinder you're 6'3", but you know damn well you're 5'11". Just a really fun bike. We're in the mud now. Slideways. Yeah, that was dope. But see, this is kind of what I'm after. You can see my trails in it. This stuff is mushy. I'd be like having a hard time keeping the Versus under control in this just because it's so heavy. It has so much power that it wants to put down. It's kind of hard to find traction sometimes on it. But this, I'm just skirting along, having a good time. And that's really was my goal with the new purchase. And I think the Lectric XP checks all those boxes. There's a few things that I don't like about it, which I'll be addressing in a future mods video. The pedals were one. I'll talk about that when I make the actual mods video. But there's a few other things I want to change. It does have a 7-speed transmission right here. So if you wanted to ride it like a bicycle, you could.
Put it in 1, it'll pedal really easily. You can go up to 7 where it has the most resistance. I tend to just leave it in 7 because I'm using a lot of throttle anyway, so I don't really need to worry about like how easy it's going to be to climb a hill. That's what the lower gears are for, obviously. Like if you're climbing a steep hill, you throw it in 1, you can just pedal. I feel like the gears will never really get used by me unless I'm in a situation where I mess around and run out of battery and have to like pedal to get my way home. But thus far, the range has been good on this thing. I've gotten 40 miles about. Well, I haven't done 40 miles, but I've done 20 miles on half a battery, which gives me the assumption that I'd make it 40 miles on a full battery. I have 27 miles on the odometer, as you can see now. I do love that it has an odometer. That's rare for a bicycle, but just kind of show me what I got going on. Woo, the wind. I'm wearing my full vlogging helmet, so I'll close that. But the odometer is great, just for kind of showing me how far I have left on my charge, how far I've gone, helping me get my numbers right. And it's just good for overall, so I know how long I've had the bike, when I should do maintenance. There's not really any maintenance to do besides making sure your spokes are tight in your wheels, and the derailleur for the shifter can go out of spec. Mine's going to go out of spec a lot slower because I'm not really going to use the gears. The only other thing is it has mechanical disc brakes, so eventually as the pads wear down, you're going to have to do some adjustments just to keep the compression tight on there. But this is going to be my little ripper for a while. You can see it's already covered in mud from slinging it around. It's just so much fun. I've been wanting to do more stuff with this channel, like other than just motorcycle stuff. And like I wanted to do more like things like electric skateboards, like bicycles or cars, or just like, you know, just general gadgets and fun things that help us get through these, like the shitty hustle and bustle, make life a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more fun. This is a really good way to spice up your commute, and I'm stoked that I'm going to bring that to my life and to the channel. The Versus content is not going anywhere. I am still going to rip that thing around, but I'm really excited to have like a new tool for doing some of it. Like I can have the Versus for like my kind of street work and like my traveling and all that, and have this for like my like down and dirty trespassing, exploring kind of shit. The Versus will still see some off-road action at some point, just not for a bit, because I'm gonna like ride this thing for a while, really enjoy it. I want to keep this video short because all it really was is to kind of reveal this to you, but we're gonna go get it out on the street for a minute, see if we can't get it going pretty quick, just kind of show you that before we sign off. I came all the way over here back to this field because I knew I can get some seclusion here. But let's see. I mean, like, just prime example, like this is inching it out. I pick it up, rotate it around, I'm out of there. That could not happen on the Versus. If I got to that on the Versus, I would have to leave. Let's go over here, actually. In the spirit of this bike, let's see what we can find over here. This is the exact kind of stuff I want to be able to do on this bike. Just really ride around, have fun, see what I can see. Push it a little too hard for a $1,000 e-bike, but you know, just things that I don't want to do on the Versus because I don't want to be like a nuisance, you know. I love that kind of riding, but sometimes you're just like, all right, I'm riding through somebody's baseball field on a fucking loud ass adventure bike. Not that it's like a legitimate adventure bike, but you know what I mean. Like, just want to be less of a nuisance and still have my fun, and I think this is going to be a great way to do that. This place is cool. Woo! Got a stick. Oh god, we're getting kind of close to that. Yeah, okay. Woo! Woo! You see, like, dead silent, not bothering anybody. It's really easy to do too, so you can have fun without pushing yourself too hard. This bike is a winner. Again, for like $900, I don't think there's a better purchase to be made for this kind of fun. Like, at least in the motorcycle realm. There's probably, you can argue like some other e-bike, whoa, but not for like a legitimate motorcycle. You're not getting shit for $1,000, especially not something this fun. Unless you got some like project bike that isn't really going to work out super long term, or you're gonna have to put a bunch of money into. But look, see, like on the Versus, I see this, I'd be struggling to pop that, but this, I'm just gonna get off and I'm gonna walk over to it and I'm gonna pick the bike up. Boop, and we're up there. Ugh. We're on there. The ride continues. Woo! I could probably jump off that, but this thing is brand new and I'm not quite there yet in my skill, so we gonna carry it on down too. Boom. Hell yeah. And we're off. Fun, super light. You can drop it to pedal assist 3 or one of the lower ones. Get a little bit of a workout too. Road is clear. All right, let's see what kind of speeds we can get on road, just for shits and giggles. This is a 35-mile-an-hour road. Technically, you are supposed to keep your bikes below 15 miles an hour on most roads. In Georgia, it says. Obviously, nobody's enforcing that, but let's throw it up to 5 and just go just throttle and see what happens. Pretty slow, but we're at 18 miles an hour roughly, and then if we throw some pedal in there, it'll go faster. We got a slight little incline, but we're doing 20 uphill, which is plenty quick on the thing that doesn't require you to really wear safety gear. Like, I'm wearing a new Scorpion Exo Kevlar flannel I got, and my full helmet, as well as some Alpine Stars gloves, but otherwise these are some jeans and some Vans, like, so I don't really want to go too fast without wearing the proper gear, you know. But this is kind of perfect for me. I'm not really working at all, as you can probably tell, because I'm pretty out of shape because of the pandemic, and I'm not breathing very hard. If anything, I'm kind of like breathing hard because I'm talking so fast, but the work the bike's requiring me to do is so minimal. Like, I'm not even pedaling now, I'm just throttling. And yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this content, because there's a lot more of it coming. If there's any other kind of gadgets you'd be interested in seeing me like mess around with, let me know, because I do want to try out more stuff and have more fun outside of just motorcycling, but still motorcycling. At some point I do still want to buy a second motorcycle. I think a big part of me purchasing this instead of that was I just really couldn't decide on what motorcycle I wanted. I know I want a second bike, but I don't really know what I want that second bike to do, and I know exactly what I want this thing to do, so I just went ahead and grabbed it. No, it's just a Lancer. I thought it was an actual Evo. But that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up. Woo! A little jump there. If you aren't yet, please go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're enjoying this content or have a friend that you think would enjoy this content, send them a link so they can subscribe too. I appreciate every subscriber I get. Gonna do a little top speed here. Let's see. Woo! 27, 28, 28. There it is. That's about as fast as this thing is capable of. But yeah, like I was saying, subscribe, thumbs up. Have a good day. Bye.